Welcome back to 303. Okay, before I go any further, just take a deep breath, because things are about to take a turn. This story isn't something I'm proud to recount, but I need to get it out of my system. Maybe you'll have an explanation, maybe you'll think I've lost it. Either way, I need someone to listen. It all started when I was a teenager, back home with my family. My mom had just started this new job, and with it came new friendships. One of those friendships was with a woman named Rose. She was normal enough at first. Tall, slim, long black hair, always wore this lipstick, bright red, too bright. But whatever, right? Adults have their quirks. One evening I was sitting with my mom and Rose on our balcony. My mom went inside to grab some cake, leaving me alone with her. And that's when things changed. Forever. Rose turned to me, her face splitting into this grin. Not a friendly one, though. It was too wide, too tight. Her teeth, so white they looked fake. Then she spoke. "You ready to go now?" Her voice, it wasn't hers. It was like a child's. Soft, high-pitched, and wrong. I didn't even know how to respond, so I just said, "What?" And she repeated it. "You ready?" Still in that kid's voice. Only this time she reached into her purse and pulled out an orange. She didn't eat it, didn't offer it, just held it. Stared at me with that impossible grin. Thankfully, my mom came back before I had to respond. Rose snapped back to normal like a light switch. She tucked the orange away, smiled like nothing happened, and they carried on chatting like the whole thing wasn't a complete nightmare. I told myself I was imagining things, but that night I couldn't sleep. Kept glancing at my window. The moonlight made shadows play tricks on my mind, but then I saw her, standing there at my window, smiling, the grin, the lipstick, the teeth, the orange. I froze, completely. My brain screamed at me to move, to run, to do something, but my body wouldn't listen. Finally, I forced myself to walk toward the door, trying not to look at her, but her head, it moved with me, slowly, like a puppet on strings. "You go with me now?" That voice again, like it was echoing in my head. I ran to my dad's room, screaming for him. When we came back, she was gone, but I caught a glimpse of her slipping behind a neighbor's house. My dad didn't believe me, of course, just your imagination. Nothing happened for months after that. Rose kept visiting my mom, but I avoided her like the plague. Life moved on. Then, one afternoon, I found an orange sitting on the kitchen table. Just an orange. But my gut churned. And then, I heard her voice behind me. "You will have to come with me soon, you know." She was standing there, in my living room, same grin, same lipstick, same everything. I couldn't breathe, couldn't move. And then my mom walked in. Just like before, Rose acted normal, like nothing happened. I tried telling my parents, but they brushed it off. Said I was overreacting, paranoid. A year later I left for college in the United States. Thought I was finally free, until my last night at a training camp. I was sitting on my balcony enjoying the view, when I heard it again. "Rose, it is really time to come now." I turned my head, and there she was, standing on the railing of the balcony next to mine, 50 feet off the ground, balancing like it was nothing. Pale as death, her head tilted to the side, holding a rotting orange. I ran inside, didn't sleep, didn't even go back out there. I left for America the next day thinking I'd left her behind for good. 7 years passed. No Rose, no oranges, just a normal happy life. I got my degrees, fell in love. Thought I'd put it all behind me. But last week, I came home from work, opened my apartment door, and there it was, an orange, sitting on my kitchen counter. And I swear I heard her voice, soft, childlike, coming from somewhere in the shadows. "Rose, you will come with me." I don't know what she wants or why she's still here after all these years, but one thing's for sure. She hasn't forgotten me. And now, I'm not sure I'll ever escape her. So, that was the story. I don't know about you, but I still feel weird after that. Like, was she really gone, or is she just out there somewhere watching? Do let me know, what do you think? Also, please leave a like. And yes, subscribe for more content, and I will see you in the next video. Cheers.